ice lake, island lake, and another lake. There's 3 of them up there. Be about 10 miles today, roughly 3,000 feet. I think we're headed up there, I do believe. And hopefully the skies stay clear blue.
No rain today. No rain today.
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous though. It's actually about 30 degrees. There's some ice forming in this water puddle. Didn't see any wildlife over here this morning, which was surprising. Saw a lot of hunters on the side of the road. Drove the $1 Million Highway, obviously, from here, or from Ouray to here. So, gorgeous drive. Anxious to drive back on that road on the way to town. Beautiful morning. There's a little bit of kind of like an ice fog on these trees this morning. And the sun, sorry. Walking up there looking through the sun and through the fog and the pines shining. It's really pretty. I don't know if these falls have a name, but pretty tall, really. A lot taller in real life than they look on video here. As you can see, we're walking through a lot of burned out forest, which I never complain about because you can see. But the sun warms it up pretty quick. If you're out here in the summertime, it gets pretty hot. As soon as we got out of the regular forest that wasn't burned out, we started shedding layers pretty quick. What we got up there, Jen?
I think it's here. I don't know. I can't stop shaking. I don't know.
Yeah. This trail's kicking my butt. We're about a third, I don't know. We're probably about 1.5 miles. I looked not long ago and we was about 1 mile and 3/10. So we're about 1.5 miles in, and we've gone up probably about 1,000 feet, which is a lot for a mile. Yeah. Just sucking air. Jen's sucking air too though, and she actually prepares for this shit. I, on the other hand, do not prepare for this.
Well, I'm just having a hard time adapting to the elevation this time, I think.
I don't know how high we are. I mean, I would say we're probably, I don't know, what do you think, 10,000? Maybe right here, 9,500? I'd say we're probably 9,500.
Sure feels that way.
Yeah. Anyway. Party on, Wayne.
Whew. This girl's steep. Rough, Craig.
Yes, it's very rough.
Might not get much video on this one because we're gasping. It's hard to talk.
We're 1.75 miles, 1,100 feet. It's a heck of a climb. Heck of a climb. And it's we're in the middle of a really steep section. So, but it looks like here in a little bit it'll flatten out for a little while. Then we'll have I think one more step we got to go up. Yeehaw!
Here we go again. Always that false sense of, I feel fantastic when you first start off. And then another climb hits you in the face and heart rate starts going up and breathing starts getting heavy.
Oh. Woo!
This is about where she'll start kicking in. Here we go.
Holy cow.
Yep, going up.
One thing we've noticed over the last years here. So we're in national forest, you know. The national forest trails are definitely rougher. Dang. They're definitely steeper and rougher. I mean, they're fine, but if we were in a national park, more than likely you wouldn't be experiencing so much straight up. Just be switchbacked more. Which there's plenty of switchbacks on this trail. They're just very steep. Woo!
Oh man.
All right, enough talking. Gorge. Gorgeous, gorgeous. We are a whole 2.5 miles up this thing.
Literally 2.5 miles up, like straight up.
This thing's brutal.
This is brutal.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
No.
we're in decent shape, and I just looked. We were 2.45 miles and like 2,200 feet. That's a lot. I mean, you're talking damn near 1,000 foot per mile. That's a lot. That's not normal. Not normal.
Not your everyday trail, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, 600 foot in a mile is a pretty good climb, honestly. And yeah, and it's just, there's so much that goes straight up. Like right now, what we're doing, it is, I mean, this looks so meaningless, but it's not, I promise you.
It's not innocent. It's up.
Like I move dirt for a living. So like, you know, what we're walking up right now is like a, you know, it's probably a 5-to-1 slope. So it's 20%. And we've walked up quite a bit. That's like 3-to-1, like 33%, which is steep. You put your treadmill at home on whatever it goes to, 12, 15%.
Usually.
Take off walking and you'll get tired. We're standing here though, standing here looking, I mean, it is really pretty. There's just views. You could hike up to right here and it'd be worth it. But you probably can't really tell in the video, but there's like a Jeep trail that zigzags up that green mountain over there. So you could do some pretty neat stuff, see some neat things around here if you didn't want to walk. But there is 360 views. It blows my mind that we can see the parking lot where we started. It's not too often you get this far in, and especially this high, and you can still see where the hell you started from. And I tell you what, we're gonna see it here for a while yet, as we just zigzag up this friggin' thing. Oh yeah. I'll have you know that some, like, how old was that lady, Jen? 65?
Probably.
65-year-old woman, just, I mean, like, hold on. I think the trail's probably on fire. I don't see it. I mean, blew our doors off. And granted, this lady looked like she could go run 300 miles, no problem, but still.
She probably does.
I mean, come around. I mean, like, I just saw her like forever away from us too. She just like got in Ferrari, fly. I mean, whatever. God, I mean, if Jen wouldn't stop every I mean, she stops like every 100 feet. I swear. I mean, I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to go here.
That is a lie. That is Craig.
You're in front. You're the one that keeps hitting the brakes.
Because I keep turning around and you're stopped.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I do. I do.
She's gonna stop soon. You watch. Very narrow trail. It is so steep. Oh my God.
Calves are gonna
Look at
blow.
Folks, I'm still moving my feet. Look. Come on. I'm trying to push her.
Oh, you're such a liar.
Oh, I like that joke. Oh my God. We're dying.
That's an understatement.
The last time I saw Jen struggle this bad, we were going up to Lion Lakes in Rocky Mountain National Park.
That was terrible.
We were, I think, 2 weeks removed from COVID, the both of us. I thought I was going to carry Jen the last mile that day. It was bad.
I thought I was just going to die.
I literally had to carry her pack that day. But, you know, we didn't pay any attention to, not that we really needed to. It wasn't going to change any kind of decision, but we are standing at 12,000 feet right now. So it's kind of making sense. Parking lot was basically 10,000 feet. A little less, but nonetheless, we're going to call it 10,000. And we are at 12. These lakes up here are going to be 12 and a half. So you start getting above 10, and it big difference between 8 and 10, and there's a big difference between 12 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my opinion, there is.
Yep. Sucking air hard. Getting nauseous.
Yeah. I'm sure if you live at, 5, 6, 7,000 feet, you probably don't notice as much, but
we don't.
No, we don't. Which we've been out here for a while, though. I mean, we've been in elevation for a long time. I mean, even Friday night on the way out here, we probably slept at 4,000. So, we've been above a mile for what is today? Tuesday? Yeah, so we've had all day Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today being Tuesday to acclimate, but
I'm not yet.
12,000 is definitely harder on the lungs. And this damn trail is just straight up. Here we go.
Feels relentless. I mean, just give me a tenth of a mile. A tenth of a mile. Or I can just be a little flat. Nope. We're just gonna keep climbing up on my tippy toes.
There's a lot of bus stops on this trail. A lot of bus stops. Struggle bus. Made lots of stops. Oh, goddamn.
This right here is barely a trail.
Oh my God.
I just want to pop up and see a lake. Oh.
The interesting part, you get up here in these national forest places. I'm stopping, Ben.
Okay.
You get up here in these national forest places, and see that old track right there? I don't know how the hell they got all that stuff up here, but there's places people mine all over the place up in here. It just blows my mind to think about the gear that they had back in them days. I'm sure they had horses, mules, donkeys, whatever, to get stuff up here. But, you know, they had a car. There was a rail car on that thing. Now, where it went, where it was going, I got no idea, but I guess they could have built it up here. Out of what trees, I have no idea, but it's just, I don't know. You see some stuff up here a lot of times, it just makes you scratch your head. Getting close to Island Lake finally. Trail actually finally,
It's flat.
yeah,
Ish.
flattened off a bit,
Yay.
which is welcome. Gosh dang, I mean, I can't explain to you how it's just unrelenting getting up here. All worth it in the end. Here we are at
Island Lake.
Island Lake. We're really hoping it doesn't storm or rain or snow.
It was just sleeting a little bit.
Yeah, it was. But right now it's nice. I mean, you can tell we got a lot more clothes on. I mean, it's definitely chilly up here. Beautiful spot though.
It's pretty.
I was setting the camera up and there was a small rock slide. You'd be surprised how often you come up to spots like this and it's so quiet. You know, you can hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll hear rocks falling. You don't ever really see them, but it would be neat to see something fairly substantial, you know, come down off there.
You know, way over there.
Yeah. We're gonna eat some lunch.
Yep. I already got mine out. I'm starving. It's my leftovers from last night. It's good. It's good.
Jen's eating ahi tuna at 12,500 feet.
I am, and I earned it.
Yep. Yep. So we're gonna eat some lunch. Jen's probably gonna make some coffee, which would be welcomed. That, or maybe we might eat and make coffee at
the next lake.
At the next lake, maybe.
Maybe.
Which is the heck is it? Ice Lake.
Ice Lake, yes.
Yep. We ran into some people yesterday that hiked at the Ice Lake. They showed us pictures, and I mean, it was blue.
She had on a really blue shirt, and that water was just as blue or bluer than her shirt. It was amazing.
Yeah, you could almost lose her in the picture. It was wild. It was like the same shade, just that bright Bahama blue, as I like to call it.
This is more of a green lake, where that Ice Lake looked blue.
Yep.
Anxious to see it with my own eyes.
Island Lake. Just stunning. So now we're gonna head to Ice Lake. It's cold up here, I know that. It's September 19th today, Tuesday. And man, when the sun goes behind the clouds, as you can tell, we're kind of getting some dark clouds, so we're getting a little nervy about rain. Head over to the next one. But it's cold. I got about everything on. You know, you hike up here and it's hot, like you're sweating and stuff, you're working hard. You get up here and stop, and you pretty rapidly got to put more clothes back on. So right now I got a t-shirt, a long sleeve shirt, a thin hoodie, a vest, like a down vest, and then a down coat. I need some gloves. I forgot gloves today. Awesome view.
Yes. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We keep talking about it, and then we're leaving, and we just keep finding better views of this lake.
And we just can't stop looking at it. I mean, how do you leave a place like this?
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yep.
Doesn't look real, but it is.
We're at a lookout point right here between Island and Ice Lakes. This is probably one of the best views that I've ever seen. So that's Ice Lake, which looks way out of place. It's just so blue. I mean, what a treat. Just had a very sketchy spot back there. Didn't like it very much. Kind of had to, I don't know. Right back there, it was just kind of solid rock. Kind of like, there wasn't really a trail. Just kind of scramble across there, grab onto stuff. Got some grapple falling. You can see it.
I'll take it. At least it's not rain.
True story. It is mind-blowing gorgeous up here. Ow! God, that one kind of hurt.
I feel like we're having like a styrofoam ball fight. You know, like those little peanuts that you put in like Big Joe's or whatever.
It's stuck on your sock cap. That is some blue water. The sun's not even shining, and it's that blue. As the sun comes out, it's gonna look fake as hell.
I don't think that's happening. Well, this is a first. Not a first time making pour over coffee, but a first time making pour over coffee when it's sleeting on me. You're just sitting here at Ice Lake. Craig's fishing in the slate. Interesting. Again, thankful it's not rain. Kind of hurts. They're getting big. Oh.
I never fished when it's hailing.
I think we've moved on to the hail. And I can assure you, we are the only people up here right now. Everybody else has left. Craig says the sun's going to come out, but we'll see about that one. We're waiting for the sun to come out so we can see how blue this lake really is. I mean, it looks really blue now, but yes, as long as it doesn't rain and we don't get any bigger hail than we got right now, we'll be good. We will be golden. So I'm just waiting for this guy to boil here. Got my beautiful bean coffee that I brought from home. And we just ran out of fuel. Let's hope this was... Oh, we're boiling. It's okay. Put my coffee in there. I'm buried somewhere. Put this guy on here. I'm gonna bloom it for about 30 seconds. So we're just getting the coffee grounds all wet. Gonna let it sit there for about 30 seconds. Don't worry, it's just snow thunder. I hope. And now we're gonna pour it on. Oh, I got ice going into it. Yeah. There really is nothing better though than packing your coffee up here and having a cup of coffee next to a mountain lake. Especially when it's as good as a beautiful bean coffee. My favorite. I think I brought the Peru blend with me. I think that's what I ground up. Seriously, can you all see this? Can you see this flopping off of me? This is insane.
Oh, see? Look.
It's done. It's really nice when Harper's here. He likes to do this with me, and it's super helpful to have extra hands when you don't have a flat workstation to deal with. There you go. Cup of pour over in the mountains.
There's another lake up there to the left of that peak centered in the frame. Right there. Lake. It's actually a waterfall. It's probably hard for you to see. But we talked about going up there, but we're not going to. The weather's kind of junky. We're going to sit here for a little bit, see if it doesn't change, but there is an off trail to take you up there to that lake. So hopefully, I want the sun to come out bad. Starting to get some blue skies. Look at the water. There's no ripples. Getting a little sun. I just can't get enough of this place.
I mean, the phone doesn't really show it, but with our eyes, the water is bluer than the sky. It's crazy.
We're coming back down. So that's where we give you a better perspective here. Two trails. We went that way on the way up, came from that way on the way down. So, coming down, if you want to do this loop and you go clockwise, it's probably going to be easier. You're going to stop at the lake, at Ice Lake, have a break, have some elevation after that to Island Lake. We went straight to Island Lake, and it was just unrelenting climb.
Straight up, there was
What
no
we
flats.
just came down, we were on a flat for a pretty good ways. Granted, it was really steep in sections, but do what you want to do. It was kind of nice to get all the climb over with, though, I will say.
Sure.
So, anyway. Still headed down. Still headed down. It's kind of funny, you know, we knew the trail was steep on the way up, but on the way down, it's like, holy cow. It's just, our brakes are hot. So, it was all you could do to keep yourself, woed down coming down this trail. I'm ready to get off of it. Quite frankly, my knees are kind of barking a little bit. And, but you could definitely feel the incline on the way down just as well as the way up. There's a sight for sore eyes.
Briggs, there you are. Woo!
Well, that was probably the toughest 8-mile hike I ever been on. Not a lot of miles, but man, that elevation in the beginning really kicked ass. And coming down, you know, it was steep, so you were constantly on the brakes, and really got the knees barking a little bit. So we got back just in the nick of time. Oh, there's our little buddy, the dog.
Hey guys.
Like, it's raining. And you can see up in the mountains up there, I get just hit. And the wind's blowing. You can tell by the grass in front of the van. Like seriously, like we got here, got inside this thing, and it started. Oh, I'd be so angry if I had a mile left to get down here.
That was rough. That was hard. I'm not gonna lie. That was really hard. It was hard up and it was hard down.
We've done numerous hikes. We only hiked 8 miles, which is not a lot, but it was a hard 8 miles. It's 2,700 feet, and which, geez, oh Pete's, I mean, 26 of that, I guess, was in the 3 miles, right? I think it was 3 miles to the lake, to Island Lake. Like we mentioned earlier, if you were going to go just to Ice Lake, you wouldn't have quite the elevation. And then, I don't know, I mean, we went clockwise or counterclockwise when we did the loop. So, if I did it again, I don't know what I would do.
I don't either.
But you did have a nice flat stretch for, I mean, a pretty good ways. Half mile, probably.
Yeah.
If you would have went up to Ice Lake first, you know, then you would have had that flat, which would have been a break. We
didn't have any breaks.
No.
Until we came down.
I mean, maybe for like 30 feet, it would be flat. Like, seriously. I mean,
I don't even know if we had that.
It was just up, and then up some more.
But in the same breath, if you went the opposite way, like, if you would go to Ice Lake first and then Island Lake, I mean, our knees are barking the way we went. And like we said, you didn't have as much elevation. So I couldn't imagine having all that elevation down on your knees either.
Yeah, it's very true.
I mean,
yeah, because it's steep right next to Ice Lake. It's steep, but yeah, then it flattens off. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if we would have came down from Island Lake, whoo, God dang.
And I mean, the elevation was hard climbing, but for me personally, the hardest part was just gasping for air. I mean, my legs were tired, don't get me wrong, and my calves were screaming, but it was a lot of my problem was just the altitude, and I just couldn't catch my breath.
Yeah, we've hiked plenty at that altitude, but here, I mean, like, we climbed very steeply the entire time, through all of that elevation. That's what really got us. Mm-hmm. You never plateaued off anywhere.
There was just no breaks. There was no breaks.
No.
Unless you physically stopped and took one.
Which we did plenty of that.
Yeah. That was hands down the slowest hiking we have ever done in our lives.
It was absolutely gorgeous, though. Yes. We were talking on the way down. I mean, there's not a lot of hikes you can do, in my opinion. I mean, I ain't done them all, obviously, but at least of the stuff that we've done, which is, quite a bit. And a lot of your named, your big name trails, but there's not a lot of places you can do a hike like this. Just like, it's hard to explain, but we were up there talking about it, but you're just really in the mountains. I don't know, you're not down in the valleys looking up, or you don't have like your views are so immersive and so theater-esque, just around,
360.
and it's just on top of you. They're not distant views. You're in it, and I mean, there's a lot of places you're standing on steep areas, and I mean, it's everywhere, all around you. So you're not really slogging through the trees for very long. Maybe really probably only a half a mile.
Yeah, it opens up really quick.
Yeah, it opens up fast, but we're way up here. But granted, if you didn't have the burned out forest, it wouldn't open up as fast. But we spent a lot of time above the tree line. I mean, a bunch, which, you got to make sure that you got the right stuff. I mean, you're just very exposed up there, and get caught in a storm, or where there's just no shelter anywhere up there. But it was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I would say that was a top 3 hike, in terms of the overall experience. I mean, yeah, it was hard and all that stuff, but that comes with it.
All right, well, it's time for some hot springs now.
Yep. Head back to Ouray, and we're gonna go check out the hot springs and go eat some pizza.
Woo! We earned them both.
Colorado boy pizza. It's supposed to be good, so ready.
Thanks for watching.